Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will be discussing a very important deployment method using Docker. So Docker is again a new technique through which you can deploy your any of your web application REST API. So the concept of Docker is based upon containerization in which everything that is required for a particular web application or a API, you put everything in a container. Now these containers are very lightweight. So if I talk about the normal challenges that we faced whenever we are creating a web application, not in terms of creating a web application, whenever we want to move our web application to from one platform to another platform, from one machine to another machine, or from your machine to cloud, the major challenge is in terms of dependencies. So whatever coding you are doing in your machine, it all depends upon the version of the software, the type of the software, type of operating system. And once you are going to move to other machine, you need to make sure that all the same version, if on your machine node version is 16, so you need to make sure that on the new machine where you are transferring the data, or where you are going to set up your code, it should be similar, not only in terms of the software, in terms of the operating system, because few of the dependencies are basically related to your operating system. So the major challenge was whenever we are going to deploy an application, we need to make sure that we are replicating everything that was available on your local machine. So in order to solve this, the concept of Docker was introduced. So Docker is a containerization tool. It is basically a container. It provides a container in which you can put everything related to your web application REST API. In that container, it has all the details about your version of the software that you're using, operating system. So container is basically isolated environment where you are going to set up everything that is related to compile, build, run your application. So it contains your, so this container contains images. So here comes the another concept called the difference between container and images. So a container will have or can have multiple images. A container is consists of number of other images. So if I talk about images, we have image of your operating system. It may be Ubuntu, it may be Windows. Then on the top of your operating system, we have other containers, other images, like you can install Node.js. So all those images, they are available on Docker Hub website. So from there, we can download. And again, as I said, that these images, they are very lightweight. Docker provides a container in which you can put all these images, and this container can be moved from one machine to another machine. This container can be moved from your machine to the cloud, and whenever you are going to deploy your application, since this container contains A to Z whatever is required for your application to run, right from your operating system, because it is not excluding your operating system, whether it is Windows, Mac, Linux, it will be there. On top of that, you will have your all your softwares, whether it is in .NET, whether it is in PHP, whether it is in Node. So that is installed. All the commands that needs to execute, everything will be there. So one is like this container is, it just requires a virtual machine, and for that we have different container orchestration tool through which we manage these containers. So we have Kubernetes. In AWS we have AWS Fargate. Again in Azure also we have Kubernetes, through which we manage these containers. But what to deploy, any references, any dependencies issues, we will not get, because we are just giving exact environment that was there on our system, and we are migrating that to the cloud, or we are migrating that to a new system. So passing or uh, whenever multiple peoples are involved in the development process, it becomes very easy whenever we are playing or whenever we are using this container based approach, and more specifically images based. So you can create an image that will contain your operating system, and on top of your operating system your node.js environment, and then on top of that all your code. So you just need to push into the Docker Hub, and the other team members, they just need to pull that image, they can put in the container, and once everything is done, it just need to deploy it. So this is the basically concept of Docker. So whenever we are going to use a Docker, there are two things that is required. One is your Docker that provides you, so we have a Docker desktop type in which it provides a graphical user interface in which you can see all your container running, what all images there are in the container. And the second thing is Docker CLI. So this CLI, command line interpreter, it gives you the ability to write all the commands, like if you want to run a particular image, a container, so you can write, you can create image also. So you can use Docker build, Docker run. So all those commands you can use this using this command line CLI. And apart from this, if the main important thing whenever you are going to deploy any server side application, there is a concept called port mapping, because this container is working in an isolated environment. So if within the environment it is working on a particular port like 8080, 8000, whatever port, 6000 port, so outside this container this 6000 has no relevance, because it container is an isolated environment, it is lightweight plus isolated environment. So in order to make sure that whenever we are executing outside this container, there should be a port mapping also. So this port mapping is done so that whatever is there in the virtual machine, that port can be mapped with the container port. And then mapping, port mapping is very important. Because of that you can execute your REST API, you can also execute in your web application. So it's very important that you should do the port mapping. And in order to make a image in your code, in your development machine, you need to create a Docker file. Again, it doesn't have any extension, and you need to first of all pull from Docker Hub. Again, why I am saying Docker Hub, because in Docker Hub all the images are developed, and again those are safe to use. So instead of getting these images from any other place, it's good that you should always get these application from images from Docker Hub. And once that you can pull those images, then in Docker file, just like in container you provide all the commands, you have to write run command, sudo apt update, sudo apt install. So whatever, if it is a Linux based environment, you can put all those commands, plus you have to map your port. That is important. Once that is done, since that Docker file is the part of your application, you can just write Docker build image. So you have to give the name of the image, and then your image file will be ready. So that will be your custom image, and that custom image will be specific to your project. We have also Docker Compose. So Docker Compose, whenever we want to have multiple containers, we want to execute multiple containers, multiple, you can say, images in multiple containers, we use Docker Compose, where we have a dependency on a database, we have dependency on a mail server. So all those are working on different containers. So in that case we use this Docker Compose. So we just need to have, again we will be using this command line, and using command line we can up all the containers with one single command. So again, a very good and important tool for deployment of any type of application without bothering about the dependencies, the local environment, the references. It's a simple container. Container consists of images, and you can just deploy this container on any environment and it will work similar to how it was working in your local machine. So this was all about Docker, a very important tool. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching this video.